Everybody, welcome back. As I alluded to in a previous episode, I did lay my hands on a M96 Carl Gustaf Swedish Mauser. But before I get into that, I wanted to take the time for just a moment and I wanted to wish everyone a very special Merry Christmas. It's not about bows and bonnets and gifts and wrapping paper and everything else. It's about the real reason. And I may not get many views for this. I may anger some folks, but you know what? Reason for the season is Jesus Christ. Pure and simple. That's why we have Christmas, everybody. It's not presents. It's not all the other things of this world. So, just wanted to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. And if I don't get another video out before New Year's, which I fully expect that I do, I wanted to wish everyone a Happy New Year's. So, without further ado, today we're taking a look at a M96 Carl Gustaf Swedish Mauser. This one is in surprisingly good shape. Not only am I going to show you this rifle, I'm also going to break it down right in front of you so you can see the condition under the wood. I have not actually taken a look at the condition under the wood myself yet. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm sure it probably would have been frowned upon at the local gun shop, which I got this. I will tell you right off the bat, I paid $600 for this. This was a consignment rifle. They did originally want $650. However, I was able to get the rifle for $600. And from what I can tell, this is an all matching numbers M96. Of course, chambered in the 6.5 by 55 Swiss, which is a very, very nice caliber. Very akin actually to a 6.5 Creedmoor. So first off, we're going to try to get a good look at this stock disc. You probably can't see it well, so I'm going to put a photo right here where my thumb is. But it appears this one has a 6.46 bore diameter, and unless I'm mistaken, since it's got torped here on this disc, that this was made more so for that modernized Spitzer cartridge. So let's just take a quick look. There is that beautiful receiver crest there. Of course, I can't pronounce the second word, but it is a Carl Gustaf, and you'll see the date here of 1901 picture in the top left, and you will see that this particular rifle is a 97967. So, looking at the bolt release, it is a 967. Looking at the bolt handle, it is a 967. Looking at the cocking piece body back here, it is a 967. Looking on the back side here, you'll see pictures once again, safety flag, as well as the back side of the bolt here, 967 on each of those. We will also flip it over. Take a look at that floor plate there, 967. Moving forward to the rear sling swivel, it is 967. And moving to the front barrel band, once again, 967. Now, unfortunately, mine did not come with the cleaning rod. However, I did source a replacement through Sarco. That is on the way for this rifle. I guess I should shut up for a moment and let you guys see the overall condition of this instead of flapping my jaws. Sorry about that. I should have done that first. But as you can see, it retains the vast majority of the bluing. There is some wear. I mean, what would you expect from a 122-year-old rifle? I mean, I would definitely expect some wear. It would be crazy not to expect some wear. Now, there is a strange spot right here on the stock. I'm not sure what that is. It doesn't appear to be a stock repair. I just don't know what it is. And you'll notice that the butt plate here is once again a 967, and it looks really good. It looks like it's in really good shape. I did not see any major cracks. I did not see any major stock repairs, anything of that nature. So, I mean, it does, at least on the surface, I just hit the wall with the rifle. It does, at least on the surface, look quite, well, in quite good shape. There is a small little piece of wood missing here, but nothing terrible, especially for something this age. Of course, you can see that crest there. Like I said, as I'm showing you this is a heavy rifle, believe it or not. I'll be inserting pictures in the top left up there. Now, what cued me into this, I first saw this, and I was like, oh, that's an interesting rifle. And it was the crest that I saw that made me think, oh, well, maybe that's a Portuguese Mauser. You know, I didn't know what I was looking at. I really didn't. But I've heard the actions on these are phenomenal. and shooting the 6.5x55 Swiss is also very, very fun to shoot. So let's take a look at this bolt real quick. It is in just beautiful shape. So a lot of times you'll have some that are pretty well worn. This extractor claw looks great. I mean, everything about it just looks really great. Of course, you see the stampings in there. Pretty cool things. I don't profess to know everything about these. I did check out the board, and it is just a beautiful mirror finish. Once again, photo in the top left. But what we're going to do, and you guys may know more about this than I do, it came with this sling on here, and I don't believe this to be the original. However, it definitely went to something in that era. So if you guys know more about this type of sling, let me know in the comments section, because I don't really have a clue what this is. I mean, most of the M96s I've seen have a leather sling, not this weird cloth looking sling. So I'm a little confused about that, but let's go ahead and start to break this down. I am very curious to see what the condition looks like under the wood. The retention bands are actually on the bottom sides here, not how you normally see sides of most of your older or newer, I guess, Mausers. So let's press this in, let's slide these off, because I don't know about you guys, I'm very curious to see what we're looking at under the wood line. It could be a train wreck, could be something really nice. I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and get this out of here. Oh, I say let's get this out of here. That leather is a little worse for wear. Actually, that brass piece has got some corrosion on it. Get that off there. Let's slide this off. Let's get this upper handguard off. Flip that sight. Well, that's going to be interesting. There's a pin sticking through right here that might be precluding me from getting this out. Don't know yet. Well, it is indeed a problem. Okay, let me pause this for a second. Actually, I'm just not even going to pause it. I'm going to grab something. That pin should not be sitting that far out. I know enough to know that. I guess it just worked its way out, possibly. It's been driven back in now. So let's get this upper handguard off. This is quite interesting here. So it appears to be that this thing was actually protected by a lot of old cosmoline. You can still see some of the cake cosmoline here, which I don't see any pitting as of yet. Huge plus. However, you will notice this upper handguard has a 97967. That is definitely an original upper handguard for sure. So let me flip this sight post or sight back down, and we're going to get this rifle out of the stock, because I am very curious to see the rest of the condition under the wood line. For you guys that have seen my my videos on the 1904/39, you notice that there was a little bit of pitting. I want to show you something here, how well you can see it. This this follower, or this magazine spring, is actually still slathered in cosmoline, but it's well protected. There's no major pitting. It looks to be in excellent shape. So the only other thing that I really need to do now is get these screws out for this trigger guard mag housing. That way I can separate this rifle, or separate the bottom half from the upper half, and get a good look at this rifle to see what we're expecting, which, as you can see with these screws, are in excellent shape. Let's get this back one out. I'm really hoping that someone didn't hide some sort of nasty repair underneath here. That'll probably break my heart. There's that rear screw. Still looks really good. There we go. Let's get that trigger. Come on now. This trigger guard housing out of here. And guys, this is just, you can still see a whole bunch of cosmoline down here, but there is absolutely no pitting. You can see a little bit of spots here, but that's just wood and cosmoline. I'm wiping it off, but it is in, like, you see these spots here? Show you what I'm doing here. It's just cosmoline. At first, you know, you might think it's rust, but that thing is in really nice shape. Okay, so let's flip this back over. Let's get this barreled action out of here. Because this is what I want to know. I want to know, what am I dealing with? Oh, by the way, guys. This is cool. There it is again. 97967, and I do not see any major cracks in the wood here. I mean, this thing is just gorgeous. I mean, really, really nice shape. Either somebody knows how to counterfeit things really well, or it's all original. I mean, that's really no other way to put it. So, check this out. Let me flip this over so you guys can see this, because I definitely want you to see this once I get to the right spot. There's your barrel, 97967. And you'll notice back here there's more cosmoline. There's more cosmoline. You know, on the bottom side here, it is a little bit down to the metal. And there looks like some marks here on this barrel from maybe where they went to screw it in possibly. I'm not 100% certain, but there is no pitting. I mean, yeah, there's a few spots where there's a little bit of bluing on, but no pitting. I mean, this thing is in gorgeous shape. I mean, there's even still cosmoline back here at the trigger. I mean, this is just, I couldn't ask for anything in better shape. I mean, this is just awesome. I took a gamble, honestly. When I got it in the gun shop, I was thinking, well, this thing's probably going to have some pitting. You know, you never know. And to be quite frank about it, a lot of times, you know, when you pick one of these up in a gun shop, if you start taking it apart in the gun shop, well, they might not be very happy with you. Let's just say that. I wish we could do that. But, you know, if it's not your place, it's not your rifle, you know, which I know a lot of people won't even buy one or consider buying it unless they can take it apart and fully look at it. But we're not always afforded that luxury. That's just the way it is. Get these screws back in here real quick, because I'm just going to get this back together for the moment. I do fully intend on taking this thing apart again and taking the time to get all this cosmoline removed, get it properly oiled, good stuff. But wow, I mean, this is in excellent shape. I couldn't ask for a nicer looking rifle, to be honest. Well, I guess I could, but, you know, doesn't mean you'll get something like that. So, assembly is just the reverse of disassembly. Quite simple. I mean, like I was telling you guys, I mean, this is just, this thing is in stupendous shape. Put that back on. That back on. Get the bolt back in. Says a cock on close. And there you have it. I'm at a loss for words here. I mean, I did not expect it to be in this good a shape. You will notice, by the way, on a lot of these, they used to have these placards back here. This one looks like it had been removed at some point. You can still see the 4 tack marks there. And I encourage you guys that know more about these than I do. Please chime off in the comment section because I love to learn things from you guys, especially if it's an area of a rifle where I am not necessarily well versed in. Obviously, Swedish Mausers, I don't know much about them. Now, I didn't state this, but there is one small little spot. It's kind of dark here on that tip of that bolt handle, but it's nothing terrible, nothing to write home about. I'm just absolutely amazed at the shape of this rifle. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to get some 6.5x55 Swiss ammo to shoot, especially when we get some warmer days. Not in the wintertime here. But yeah, I've been told by the French gunsmith and some others that I will thoroughly enjoy this rifle. And I'm looking very forward to shooting it. Hopefully, I'll be getting some 6.5 55 Swiss or Swedish PPU ammo. I really want to try it out in this, see how well this thing groups, especially this 122-year-old rifle. I'm ecstatic. Once again, guys, always check out your local gun shops. Check gun shops within at least 50 miles of where you live. You never know what you're going to find. I just walked into a gun shop. It was actually a police supply store. And they do sell guns in there, and they sell consignment guns. And I just saw this sitting on the back wall, and I was thinking, is that a Vigero? What is that? I couldn't see it really well. So I asked the gentleman, and he handed it down to me. I got to looking at it. I was like, man, I don't know much about this. So I put it back. You know, took about 2 weeks. Did my research, called him back up on it, said, hey, you know, will a consignee take, you know, $550 for it? Like I said, they wanted $650. They gave me a call back, said they'd take $600. I was like, cool, I'll be there in an hour. So I came down, handed them a copy of my CNR license, you know, paid for it, all that good stuff, brought it home, and here you have it before you. This beautiful example of a Carl Gustaf Swedish Mauser. This is really, really nice. Plus 1901. I mean, couldn't ask for a more beautiful rifle. Well, maybe you could. I don't know if you're going to get it, but, you know, for $600, I thought it was well worth it. So, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. And by all means, if you know more about these rifles, fill me in. I'm always happy to learn more, especially for stuff that I don't know much about. And once again, everybody, wanted to just take the time to thank all of my subscribers, everyone that watches and comments and shares. You know, I'm not huge. I don't have sponsorship, none of that stuff. But, you know, I try to do what I can with what I got. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And once again, just want to take the time to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Of course, the real reason for the season is Jesus Christ. I have not said that much on this channel, but I'm definitely saying it today. So, once again, thanks everybody for watching, and you guys have an awesome day.